People, don't give up. If you live in New York like I do, don't give up. Continue to fight. Pray, continue to fight. Count on God to help us win this battle.
New York has totally gone drunk on power, and I think a lot of people are just fed up with it.
You've got Biden and Hocus Pocus giving State of the State and State of the Union addresses that are, like 98% lies.
I would actually say for this election in particular, this might be one of the most important elections in the history of Western civilization.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm not quite sure why that's going on. It's been a while since I've been on here, but had to take a little break from social media a little bit with so much stuff going on. So I wanted to talk about a few things. First, I'm not quite sure who's going to be joining us because I haven't been on in a while. Like I said, I needed a break. So we're going to go, let's see. I want to talk about Trump and the AI stuff going on because I've noticed a lot of people are upset with Trump going, oh, why are you doing the AI with the mRNA vaccine stuff going on and all that stuff? And the thing is, people have to realize something. And that is that, first of all, Trump, where would you rather have AI? Because it's going to stay with us forever, all right? It's not going anywhere. It's here, all right? It's here. Would you rather have it here in the U.S. or to control it or somewhere else in another country? So me, I'd rather have it here in the U.S. to where it possibly could be more controlled. Like I said, it's not going anywhere. AI is not going anywhere. It's the future. It's here, all right? So anyhow, let me see what's going on here. I didn't put like at highlight to put this post out for everybody to see or not, but you might see it later on. I might repost it in other areas. But anyhow, so the AI, the artificial intelligence, it's here. It's not going anywhere. The mRNA vaccine thing is crazy. It is crazy, but just because Trump says something that he's going to do something, or like with the mRNA vaccine thing with the 3 different companies that are investing a lot of money into AI, doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen. Because I don't know if you remember back in the past, you get people that, hold on one second, you get people in the past, you'll get Trump that'll say one thing, for instance, with the whole green, not the Green Deal, but the climate change thing when he went there for the forum to talk about it. He said he was going to, at the beginning, back when he was president, about 45, he said that he was for the whole thing with the whole climate change situation going on, and then the last minute he changed his mind. It's actually the art of the war, like the art of war that he talks about. Don't let the enemy know what you're doing. So I believe that AI is the future, and I'd rather have it here in the United States rather than in China, Russia, or anywhere else. Have it here, right here in the United States. So that's my opinion on it. People have to think about that instead of getting all upset, going, why is he doing this? He's making me nervous. He's doing this or he's doing that. Forget it. It is what it is. And there's nothing you can do about it, but just let it play out and see what happens. But let's keep it here in the United States so there's more control over it. So when people come on and watch the video, go ahead and throw comments in there what you think about it. I want, let me know what your opinions are. And so we'll see what happens. But I believe it needs to stay here in the United States so we have control over it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, like, what are the Democrats going to do now? What are they going to do now that they lost? People don't trust them anymore. They don't believe what they say. Yes, it is too late to get rid of the AI. It's here. But let's talk about what the Democrats are going to do. Now, these are just my opinions, what I think about, right, is that first is you have Fetterman that's buttering up to Trump, all right? So you have the Democrats, they're going to have to rearrange their whole strategy on how they can still infiltrate in and get people to start trusting them again. Okay, your comments lag. That's fine. They're still coming up. But anyway, so what are the Democrats going to do in order to garner trust amongst the American people? Because they're sneaky son of a bitches, and they're going to try to figure something out. So my thing is that my thoughts are they're going to start talking about their further constitution for people's rights and everything. They're going to try to infiltrate and try to gain back the trust of the American people. So you have Fetterman that's buttering up with Trump. Do I trust it? No, I don't. I don't care what anybody says. I don't trust it because he's going to be the next person that's going to possibly jump ship to the Republican Party, and then all of a sudden they're going to be the next rhino in the Republican Party. Think about it. So I just think that they're going to do something. The Democrats are going to do something, something to that effect. So, I mean, if anybody thinks differently, what do people think that the Democrats are going to do now? If you have any ideas, throw them in the comments, and I'll try to respond to it. And something else I wanted to talk about is I'm going to be jumping around all over the place, but I want to talk about when I see friends of mine post things on Facebook and stuff they're posting things that other people posted, all right? And when they post it, it's just writing on a meme. It's like that doesn't mean nothing. So I don't understand. I don't get it why people do that. Why they repost something that might be on a X post or something like that. It doesn't mean nothing. Why don't people look and research it? Instead, they post it as if it's the truth. It could be the truth. Who knows? But why post it without looking into it? That's what I'm trying to say about it. And I see people do it all the time. It's like they jump on the bandwagon like, oh, this is going to happen, or this person did this, or this person did that. But there's no proof. Just because somebody put it on a little freaking thing, it don't mean nothing. All right? So there's something else to think about. When you're reposting stuff, do your due diligence. Look into it first before you start sharing just words that somebody else posted. It's freaking ridiculous. And I have friends that do it. I'm not trying to put them down, but the friends I have on Facebook and places, they're pretty smart. And sometimes I look at it and go, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are they just reposting a Twitter post that just says something? Stop. Drives me nuts. Still love them. They're my friends, but that's how that works. I'm going to make this quick. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the California fires that were going on. This is old news. I get that, but the California fires, and because I wanted to make it like a comparison, I've been telling people that when you have the fires in California that are so spaced out from all over the place, they're all spaced out. All right, it's almost the same as like looking at us in New York going, all right, listen, all right, we have a fire that starts in Buffalo. Then we have a fire that starts in Rochester. We have a fire that starts in Syracuse. We have a fire that starts in Albany. We have a fire that starts in Binghamton. We have all these different fires. Something's not right with it. All right. Now you could probably say that the fire started in Buffalo, Rochester, if we had like maybe a high-speed rail that was rolling through, because from what I understand, I could be off on this, but from what I understand is that the fires that happened in California were all in line with some kind of high-speed rail system that was proposed. All right. So if you think about it, those fires, and I'm glad Trump went down there because those fires they're kind of like if your house burns down, like if the whole area burns down, if they procrastinate on helping try to clean it up and everything else like that, and then people get tired and they're like, all right, then they start looking for other places to build or whatever. They have to start their lives over again. And I don't think this is not right whatsoever, but they start building, and they look for another place to build. Now the government comes in, the state of California comes in, or somebody comes in and says, listen, we'll buy your property. We'll buy your property for, let's see, we're at an acre there. We'll give you $5,000 and clean it up. It's a lot cheaper to go that route than it is to go there and try to buy out the houses. So if they get rid of the houses, they get rid of the whole area where they're looking to. This is just theory. I'm not saying it's true, but it's theory to think about. You burn out the whole area. You then go in and you buy out all the property, all the land, pennies to the dollar. Let's put it that way, just cheap as shit. You buy it out. So just something to keep an eye on to see if sometime in the future, to see what they're doing in California. I'm glad Trump went in there and said, listen, these people want to clear out their own stuff. Because they're going to try to procrastinate the whole thing for some reason or another. But I believe that it was all being done for a reason, because apparently, from what I researched, this happened in Australia years back, where they had brush fires all over and things were just clearing out and burning up and everything. And guess what? Exactly where they built up the high-speed rail system. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happened in California. Think about it. They don't have the water. They wanted the stuff to burn down for a reason. There wasn't water in the hydrants and all this stuff. So I believe that that's what the whole deal is. The high-speed rail system that they've had in the works for probably about a decade or so, if not more, that they were looking to burn them places down, buy up the property dirt cheap. They clean it up. They got their high-speed rail system dirt cheap. Bam. And everybody thinks it's some kind of crazy thing that happened with the fires. No, something's funny about it. It happened. I believe it happened on purpose. And I believe, like I said, Trump going in there and not saying nothing, but kind of calling them out, saying, let these people clean up their own stuff so they can start rebuilding on it. That, to me, is big, because I believe the whole thing was set up. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, yeah, didn't they want California to be the first smart state where it's futuristically designed and everything is tech? Yeah, so that's possibly it. I mean, you don't know what they're thinking, all right? You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what their plans are. But when you see something funny like that, like I said, think about, Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, they all happen for a reason. And I saw a video once saying, oh, look, they caught this one guy starting a fire. It looked like he was starting a bonfire. And then the police went and got him, but it wasn't around houses or nothing. I'm going, what the hell is this crap? The deceit is crazy. That's all they do, is they just deceive you. It's all deception. It's all deception. But anyways, I will repost all this stuff, just stuff for people to think about. Remember the art of war. You don't let people know what you're doing. For people that are like going, what's Trump doing? I'm not happy with him. But don't worry about it. I mean, don't get all uptight about it. Wait until we have to let it play out and see what happens. Like I said, it was the thing back in the with the climate change thing, and he went there. He said he was going to support it. He went there and said, nope, not going to support it. Ain't going to happen. You don't let the enemy know what you're doing. And another thing I wanted to talk about, this is great. And I heard this on the radio, and I'm going, man, I was just talking about this before I heard it on the radio. And that is, this is really cool. So you have forever the Republicans, all right? The Republicans are sitting there going, they're always on the defensive. They're going, oh, man, how are we going to stop this? How are we going to fight this? How are we going to do this? How are we going to stop this? How are we going to stop that? It was like, well, it was crazy, because that's all it was. The Republicans were always on the defensive. But now, with everything going on with the Trump administration, everything's being thrown at the Democrats all over the place, everywhere. It's great. Now they're looking at going, they don't even know how to attack it, what to push out there as far as false narratives and this and that. They don't know how to do it, because everything's being thrown at them from every angle, and it's great. And it's good to see them on the defensive and the Republicans on the offensive, because they can't handle it. It's just like they're not used to it, so they don't know how to deal with it, and it just keeps going and going and going. But I've always talked about now I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I'm just not even an independent. I'm a nobody. I didn't put nothing down. I don't like to be labeled as anything. But if you look at it, that's how it always was, though. The Republicans were always on the defensive, trying to fight this battle, trying to fight that battle. And all these battles were coming at them from all angles. But now the Democrats have everything coming at them from all angles, and they're kind of freaking out. So just a couple things to think about. Like I said, I'm going to make this video quick. This is the first time I've been back on since probably almost 2 months now. But I had to talk about this stuff. But I didn't put out there that I was going to be doing this. But I want people's opinions on everything about Trump and the AI, artificial intelligence. Let's get the conversation going. Let's talk about what the Democrats, what they might be up to. Let's talk about the California fires and what people think that the whole reasoning behind that was. Let's get the conversation going, because we're in some wild times right now. I'm feeling pretty good about it, and I'm still a Trump supporter. And even though there's things on there that I don't really care for too much that he's talking about, I just remember back that we don't know the inner workings of what's going on. We don't know the plan. We don't know the strategic plan of making somebody believe one thing and then changing it last minute, because you don't let the enemy know what you're doing, right? So for anybody that's like freaking out about all this stuff, just let it play out. Stop posting stuff that somebody puts on TikTok or on X or anywhere else just because it's worded there. Look it up yourself to find out before you start thinking that things are true or false. Even false, like, oh, Trump this, Trump that, Trump that. Is it true? No. Just like, for instance, what was it? Just recently with the whole freezing of the federal funds, everything's being thrown out there that's false. It's not even what he said. It's not even what the plan is. And it's just being thrown out there, and people are getting worried about it because they're listening to bullshit. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. We've been going, 17 minutes now? But anybody that watches this video, let me know what you think about the topics that we're talking about, because I'd like to get engaged and find out what people think about stuff. So that's pretty much it. And I'm going to start doing videos. I think they're not going to be lives. I'm just going to start doing quick 5-10 minute videos of just discussing different things about what I think what's going on. And maybe I'll still do the lives on Wednesdays, but I need people to help me with this stuff. I need people to help me with this stuff, because I can't do it all myself. Try to keep up with the Safe New York pages, the group, and everything else, and try to keep this going. But I'm just gonna start doing like 5-10 minute videos about what's going on, and then we'll see what happens. So get engaged. Let me know what you think. Throw it in the comments. I'll keep an eye out for them, and I'll try to respond to see what people think about stuff. And that's pretty much it. And I think we're pretty much it for tonight. And everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.